Hello and welcome back to the Music Theory Challenge, where every day we learn something new about music theory. In the previous lesson, we learned about the chromatic scale ascending, the chromatic scale descending, and enharmonic notes. So if you missed that lesson, go back because it was super duper important. In today's lesson, we're going to learn about minor scales. So go ahead and get your notes or grab the PDF that I have made for you. There are pages to follow along with every single video of this challenge. Write the C major scale for me, please. And before I give the answer, in the comments below, let me know, why was the C major scale the first one that we learned? Go ahead and tell me in the comments if you know. It's like a real class. Here's the answer. The first major scale that we learned was C major because it has no sharp and no flat notes. It's all natural notes. If we were looking at the keyboard, it would be all the white keys. Or if we were looking at the circle of fifths, it'd be the one on the 12 o'clock position, right? Now, we can find a minor scale from the major scale by starting on the 6th degree. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if you rewrite this scale, starting from A, you can finish with an A there. You have an A minor scale. So in music, the A minor scale is the scale that has no sharps, no flats, everything is natural. So we're going to start filling in our circle of fifths. I know some of you are trying to get ahead of me. We will do that in a future lesson. Now let's try another scale. So this is the A minor scale, right? I'm going to put like a little A with a little M next to it to call it A minor. The next scale that we learned on the sharps side, for example, was the G scale, right? And the G scale, we start on G. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and we can finish with a G. And now we learned this one because it was the scale with the first sharp note. And how do we figure out which note is sharp? We had two ways to do that. We could do our whole, half practice. Or if you have the order of sharps memorized from like a few units ago, the order of sharps was fat cows go down and eat bread. Well, our first sharp is an F, so we know to sharpen that F. Now, how do we find the minor scale that is related to this one? We go to the 6th scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to make the E minor scale, and all we do is copy the notes. E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and we can end on E. I'm going to add a little dash here and put an EM. Now these scales that are based off of a major scale, they do have a name. They're called the relative minor because they're related, right? They use the same notes. You're just starting in a different order. So I would encourage you to go to your ukuleles, guitars, or your favorite instrument and practice doing the major scale, and then practice starting on the 6th degree, and you'll notice that you have the minor scale. So these two are called the relative minor or the relative major. So those are our keywords for today. And just before you go, let's do one more scale. So our next scale on the sharps side was the D major scale. So let's go ahead and write it. And you have two ways to figure out which sharp notes you had. You could use your whole, half, or you can remember your order of sharps. And this one has 2, so fat cows. And now how do we get the relative minor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We rewrite this scale starting on the 6th scale degree or scale step. And now you have the B minor scale or the relative minor. Let me know how it felt doing the relative minor scales. We're going to add these to our circle of fifths, so stay tuned for that. And if you would like all of the minor scales, I've added them on the PDF that's linked along with this video. I do recommend that you try writing the scales by yourself first and use the PDF kind of as a key to check your work. Alrighty, I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao!